You could be doing everything right. The journaling, the visualizing, the gratitude list, the scripting, and you watch your manifestation slip right through your fingers. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's not your mindset. It's not the universe testing you. It's something far more subtle. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's what we're covering today. The hidden energy leaks that are draining your manifestation power before you even get started. I'm talking about the tiny, habitual ways you bleed your energy into everyone else's emotional backpacks without even realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your biggest leak is, and I'll give you stupidly simple practices to start sealing it today. And gorgeous, if you've ever finished a normal day feeling absolutely empty, even though nothing major happened, this one's for you. Think of your energy field like a bowl. Now, most manifestation advice focuses on filling the bowl, more gratitude, more visualization, more positive thinking. But what nobody talks about is your bowl might be like a colander, for example. Everything good you're calling in, it's just slipping through the holes. And those holes aren't dramatic. They're wrapped up in being nice, being helpful, being the one everyone can count on. Does this sound familiar? Let me take you back to a version of me I don't talk about much. Years ago, before the business, before the cats were running the house, before any of this, I was living in a state of constant emotional output. I'd walk into a room and instantly tune into everyone else's mood. If someone was tense, I'd soften my voice. If someone seemed uncertain, I'd fill the space. If a friend had a wobble, I'd run toward them like a frickin' firefighter sprinting into a burning building. No siren, no gear, just instinct. I wasn't doing it to be a hero. My body genuinely believed that if I didn't hold that emotional weight, the whole room might collapse. And here's what I didn't understand then. I was leaking constantly, not the big things wearing me down. It was the relentless, subtle damage, the little moments where my energy rushed outwards before I even knew what was happening. Does that land for you anywhere? Because here's the thing, if you grew up in an environment where emotional unpredictability was the norm, maybe a volatile parent, a lot of family tension, or you just learned early that keeping the peace was your job, your nervous system became exquisitely skilled at reading people. You can sense tension before it hits the room. You can feel disappointment before a word is even said. You pick up on the subtle shifts in tone, body language, silence, everything that signals you need to adjust. And people feel that. They feel your steadiness, your emotional intelligence, your ability to stabilize a room. Like moths to a flame, they lean into it. Now, let's get nerdy for a minute, because understanding why your body does this changes everything. Your amygdala, that's the tiny structure in your brain designed to detect threat, is like an over-prepared lifeguard. If you grew up in emotional waves, it learned to watch the water constantly. Even now as an adult, someone sighs heavily and your amygdala lights up like a Christmas tree. Quick, fix it, stabilize it, make sure everyone stays predictable. And then there is your reticular activating system, your RAS. It's part of your brain that decides what to pay attention to. If it was trained to scan for problems, it will find them everywhere, even the ones that aren't yours. And then there's finally the vagus nerve, the body's main pathway for safety cues. If you spent years overfunctioning, your vagus nerve might interpret stillness as dangerous. It might interpret boundaries as potential conflict. So your body pushes you to act, fix, help, not because it's logical, because it feels familiar. And this is why your energy leaks, not because you're weak, not because you're too nice, but because your nervous system has been wired to choose connection over peace, responsibility over rest, and emotional labor over your own desires. Let me tell you about Myra. Myra came to me completely depleted, not because her life was full of emergencies, but because everyone else's minor inconveniences felt like emergencies to her. She'd get messages from friends at all hours and respond immediately. She'd write her schedule to accommodate colleagues. She'd soften her opinions to keep things smooth. She'd absorb every emotional ripple in her household. And she told me, I don't know where I end and everyone else begins. So we mapped out her leaks, the tiny moments her energy rushed outwards. And when she sealed just one of them, her entire life shifted. More time, more clarity, more self-respect. And here's the kicker. She was offered a collaboration she had been waiting for months. The moment her energy finally had room to receive. This is the kind of work we do inside of Full of Yourself, by the way. Mapping the leaks, sealing them, rewiring your nervous system patterns that keep you over giving. More on that in a sec. So, your turn. I want you to pause this video in a minute and actually do this. Grab a pen, open your notes, whatever works for you. And I want you to ask yourself, where does my energy quietly drain? Not the obvious stuff, the subtle moments, the sure, I can do that when your body said no, the over-explaining, the anticipating someone's needs even before they've even asked. 2, who do I feel responsible for in ways my adult self didn't consciously choose? What situations leave me feeling emptied out even when nothing major happened? Where do I automatically step in, cushion, explain, or fix? 5, what would soften in my life if I allowed myself to observe instead of absorb? Now that you've mapped your leaks, you're going to choose one, just one. And you're going to place a gentle boundary around it, not a dramatic announcement, not a confrontation, just a moment where your energy stays with you instead of rushing out. This is where your power returns. Now, I know you're thinking, Sarah, that sounds really lovely, but the moment my mum calls or my colleague dumps their drama on me, I'm going to forget all of this. I've got you. Here are 3 things you can start doing today. 1, I've got a free meditation on this channel called Seal Your Energy Field. It's designed specifically for this. Pop it on before your day starts or before any situation where you know you're going to be around people who pull on your energy. I'll link it below and in the cards. Use it, it works. 2, when you feel the urge to fix or rescue, pause. Take 1 breath, ask yourself, is this mine to carry? That one question has saved me from so many unnecessary emotional rescue missions. Number 3, if you notice guilt wobble after saying no, that's your nervous system recalibrating. It's not evidence you did anything wrong. It's evidence you did something new. It's okay. Take a pause, breathe. I want to leave you with this. Say it with me if it lands. My energy is sacred, sovereign, and mine to choose. You are becoming someone whose energy is contained, intentional, and potent. Someone who no longer needs to bleed power into every room they enter. Someone who receives more because they leak less. Someone who trusts their own inner stability instead of being pulled into everyone else's emotional tides. And if this hit home, drop a comment and tell me, What's one energy leak you are ready to seal? I read every single one. And if you're sitting there thinking, I need more of this, Full of Yourself is where we do this work properly, together. It's my coaching program for sensitive humans who are done bleeding their energy into everyone else's lives. We go deep on nervous system regulation, boundaries, and becoming someone who can actually receive the good things you're calling in. The link is in the description. If you want to check it out, you're free. Next step, go listen. Go listen to your Seal the Energy Link meditation. It's on the channel and it'll actually help you embody what we talked about today. Links below and in the cards. Hit subscribe if you want more of this. And I'll see you in the next one, love bugs. Mwah.